Welcome to the Wildcat Garage. This is Triple J, and we're going to do a little talking shop. There's a question came up earlier today at Hot Car Track. Somebody said, after Minis and Mustangs, what's next? Ferraris and Fiats? Well, there's the Fiats, okay? They're little like Minis. You know, Kiwi Mike loves those things. And actually, to tell you the truth, they're pretty cool looking in real life. Now, the Hot Wheel castings, they're puny. You could maybe race plastic-based Ferraris with those, like F50s or something like that, the lighter Ferraris, and it might be competitive. We might be surprised. So anyway, let's take a look at this haul that I got today. This poster, this came with it. It's pretty cool. 2014. I was racking my brain earlier trying to figure out what year did Hot Wheels put out a Ferrari, a Fiat casting. And I remember them when they came out. I was thinking it was 2010. And I thought they were kind of cool, but I'm like, are those real or is that just some kind of concept? Because they were really small. And maybe even smaller than our buddy the Mini. Wow, this is a pretty cool poster. I'm going to have to explore. The cars never look exactly like the doggone picture on here, though. They always paint them different. It's disappointing. All right, let's get to it here. All right, it was pretty cool. Some friends of ours that we've known for probably 20 years, they were in the Hot Wheel Club with us here in my hometown of Eureka, California. And anyway, Bobbie and Dave are the names. And Dave was like a crazy Hot Wheel collector. He was like one of those bright and early guys. And, you always knew when he got to the store first because he would go through every single car on the peg and he would sort them out by the style of car. And so, all the Ferraris would be in a row, and so forth. And so, anyway, it was like, man, Dave's been here again. It's like I'm always leave. But Dave would always leave, like, he wouldn't take all the cars. He didn't hoard them, really. He just took what he collected. He didn't resell anything. So it was kind of cool. I didn't care if he got there first because I figured it out. He used to hide treasure hunts, like, on the bottom. And then eventually just sort of like, we'd get a text like, there's something for you at Target. You might want to look. And so we'd haul ass down there, my dad and I, and sure enough, on the pegs, they'd be all sorted out, and there on the bottom, there'd be like a treasure hunt. So it was kind of cool. Anyway, I really love those guys. They were really neat people. They're still alive, but they're really in poor health, and Dave had to get rid of his collection. And unfortunately, at the time when he first, let us know about it, we weren't really ready. And the next day, we were ready. Okay, I'm going to put the camera in the case here. Hold on. Trying to figure this out. All right, there we go. Yeah, we weren't ready for it. And so my dad and I talked a little bit. I go, Dad, man, Dave's probably got the ultimate collection. We should definitely, he needs the money. Let's help him out. And so they wanted my dad to make an offer. And my dad hates doing that. So he just says, hey, what do you want? How much you want for this stuff? And well, anyway, they told him, but we fumbled the ball and all Dave's stuff got sold, all his Ferraris. But what we didn't know is he had a ton of NASCARs in 124 scale, and I don't have any of those here because I don't have the room for them right now. But I did have room for the Ferraris. Dad says, yeah, there's this box of Ferraris, and it's pretty cool. It just came with it. They belong to Bobbie. Well, Bobbie's his wife. And the funny part of the story is Bobbie worked for me, about 20 years ago when I had the bar. She was a cocktail waitress, and she was just really beautiful and just fantastic. Yeah, I loved her. She would help me out. If I see a girl that walked into the bar that I wanted to dance with, I'd get Bobbie to come out with Bobbie, go put in a good word for me and give her, find out what kind of cocktails she wants, and then let me plan a couple cocktails on her. Anyway, that was the scam. Being the bar owner and the DJ had its perks, and it was kind of fun. Yeah, so anyway, she hooked me up, man. It was great. So these are her cars. And I did not she said she collected Hot Wheels, but I didn't believe her. You know, people say all kinds of stuff, but it was true. She actually collected Hot Wheels, but not just Hot Wheels. She collected Ferraris, and so this is a Ferrari collection that was all loose. And there's some really good cars in here. So let's not mess around because there's a lot to get to because there was a bunch of cars that showed up. Okay, at the top here, let's get it out. This is the one I'm most excited about. F40. This is from a special series. It's got real riders, and you know, I love it, but it's loose. If this was in the package, you know, I would keep it in the package, but it's not. And so I think I'm gonna customize this and put some proper wheels on here so she rolls. And oh, it's tweaked. Look, it was on a mantle or something. Who knows? Those guys used to like to drink a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if Dave threw this and it got tweaked out the rear end. You know, I might be able to fix it. I got enough F40s now where I could do something. So when you see this going down the track with fast maneuver wheels, it's going to have the wrong color, you know, rear bonnet. I got a red, but it doesn't match. No, I'm kidding. I'll make it work. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I tried to get one of these on eBay not long ago, and there was a couple of them on there, and I bid for them, and I got smoked. You know, I figured, oh, I could probably score that beautiful car for $25, you know, because they were like maybe $8, maybe $10 in the store, and yeah, one of them went for like 150. I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I mean, those things Ferraris are hotter than Holdens now, in the States anyway. But I guess Ferraris have always been pretty hot. Man, this thing's got some great detail. This is like the Magnum PI. This is the same Ferrari that we got for the Wabarita party, I believe. Well, this is the one we were gonna get. We ended up getting a Mitsubishi 3000, a red one, which it was totally tricked. It was like it had all the extras on it, but this was what we were gonna get. This is the, a lot of you guys are ahead of me. You already know what this is. Crap. It's a 308 GT. But this is sweet. And this has got some weight to it as well. And, oh yeah, I was going to get the scale out here. Anyway, it's like 44 grams. I already checked it out. So, this looks pretty cool. This will probably just stay on the shelf like it is. I'm probably not going to erase that one. But maybe, you know, if necessary. Because I've got one here. It's a roller. I've never seen the 308 in blue. I mean, this is really, really pretty cool looking. And my hand's shaking. Doggone it. Sorry, guys. Yep. And there goes the lights. Yeah. It's got a plastic base. Now that other red one, oh yeah, this one has a metal base. Yeah, it's going to go under the knife. I can already tell. All right. And I was excited about this one. Really excited about this one. This is a Hot Ones. This was, I don't remember if these are Target exclusives or not. But what's cool about these is they have nickel-plated axles. And I don't think it's ever been worked. I don't think she races. Now, I've told you guys before, F40s aren't all created equal. Because the rear bonnet, the rear hood, whatever you want to call it, engine cover, this sometimes will rub on the rear wheels, and it can create a problem. I mean, they almost always look like they're going to rub, but sometimes they actually do. I've had a couple that have, I mean, recently, but in the past, I don't recall ever opening an F40 where it had a sticky wheel. They've always been great castings. Here's another one. This one's fast. I have, I didn't have the last two F40s. I have this one and I have the next one. I've got a couple of these actually. I've got one in my Track Defender racing kit. I've got a strong box, right? I have my fastest cars. I mean, these were the fastest cars that I had in my old house on my old track before I had Blackfire tires. I was thinking about Blackfire tires then, but I didn't know how to do it. You know, it took a while. I mean, I didn't do it until this beginning of last year on a hot car track. Yeah, I finally got a Sizzler tire to fit on a regular Hot Wheel wheel, and the results were mixed, but the control and the not spinning out was obvious, and that's how the black fire tires were born. But F40s do not need black fire tires. Not every casting needs them. The type of castings that need black fire tires, in my opinion, are like Mini Cooper, little short wheelbase stuff. Mini Coopers, little Fiats. These guys here, this is a 42 Ford, little hot rod. You put one black fire tire on here, and these things go insanely well down the track. And you know, you can race a bunch of cars that you couldn't normally race. Like, for instance, I'm getting off the subject, but this isn't raced anywhere but on a straight line. Put a black fire tire on the edge here, suddenly it's on fat track and it's a demon, and it'll race great with anything its size. So suddenly you get to enjoy the little cars that you really love that you could never race on fat track because it'd spin around. So anyway, that's the reason why I get those black fires on there. Yeah. So you guys know about this guy. He doesn't need black fire tires. I got so lucky with this car down at Mount Western Raceway. I mean, it was unopened. It was fresh out of the package, and Simon picked a couple cars for me. He picked a 69 Mustang, or it might have been a 70 Boss Mustang, yellow and black, first edition, light, plastic bottom, cool car, not fast. And then a 39 Bugatti, which was pretty fast. But when I realized the format was 4 cars, or how many cars it was, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going to put those in there. It's like, well, we got to change. And so I brought in the big guns, the Silverado, and this to be this is the anchor man. Anyway, he even outran the cops. Well, I got another one of those. This is cool. It's fast. Yeah. This is a good one. These blue Ferraris are good. All right. So, pretty stoked about that. Oh, F5112M. My least favorite setup on this one. The silver, the dots, metal base. Yep, needs wobbly wheels. Needs new wheels. Sorry, Bobbie, new wheels. When we got a red one. Nice. Wheels are decent on this, but it's probably going to get I already did a swap on this one here, so I don't know. Maybe I'll keep him stock. It just depends. The one I put faster never wheels on actually was a good roller to begin with. I should have just left it stock. This is a nice one. I don't have this casting. I saw this on a 3D bot maker, I think, in his Ferrari tournament, and it sucked. So I don't know. These wheels aren't very good on here. They look great, but they're not good wheels. I'm gonna wheel swap this one too. FTEs, got to do it. And then this white one up here is that's a nice one. Same thing. These are nice. What's the name of this one? Ferrari 575 GTC, metal base, metal. And my hand's shaking. I'm shaking like a leaf on a tree. Look at that. What the hell's going on? Okay, this one here, I like this one. I didn't have this one before. Matter of fact, I never saw it. I'm assuming this probably came out of a 5-pack. I don't know. I just have that sneaky feeling, but it's metal as well. It doesn't roll. The wheels aren't very good. It's a beautiful car. This, I'd like to put some good wheels on, or maybe try to work those a bit. All right. Yeah, so we got this, all these Ferraris. This came with it, and these were Bobbie's. You know, I want to do a good job showing these off, because maybe she'll watch this. Yeah, this is a cool one, too. She had I never had this one before. This is the 599 GTB. I'm trying a new setup here. I've got a tripod instead of a microphone stand with a rigged adapter, and it's all awkward. I don't know how to stand. I'm going to kick the table. I can kind of see what I'm doing though. This is a nice looking car. Yeah. These are all plastic base, most of these. That's okay. You know, They can race against Fiats. They go kick a Fiat's ass. This is a nice looking one here. I like the paint on this. This is what the 599 XX. Yeah. It's got nice wheels on it. Yeah, it's asking to be modded. I don't know. I'll probably, it depends. I'd like to do a Ferrari tournament, but I think what I want to do is do it in categories. I'll have some plastic base ones, like this guy here. All the ones I showed you. The ones that have good wheels, I'll try to, this is the spaghetti one. The 6112 Scaletti. It's the 6112 Scaletti or the G12 Scaletti. I don't know. It's got a plastic base. It doesn't deserve me to struggle trying to pronounce its name. Put a metal base on it, I'll figure it out. Ah, this is a good car here. It's the first edition. Yeah, what's this? I'm shaking like a leaf on a tree. That's weird. I wonder why I'm doing that. It's the Ferrari 458 MLK, I think is what it is. No, that's not a bad spin. Metal. You know, you'd think these things would be really fast. I remember when they came out. It was like the only thing left on the peg at one of the Kmarts that we had here. I was like, why? And I showed up, what is all these red cars? And I realized, oh, those are Ferraris with metal bases. Yeah, I bought a bunch of them because there was nothing else to get. And I go, well, that was the coolest car left. And, you know, after thinking about it, I go, that's really a nice car. What do we got here? We just look at one of these. 612 Scaletti, or the G12 Scaletti. I like it. It's kind of nice. All right. Good job. Good job, Bobbie. You're quite the collector. Yeah, I'm waiting to find some of my cars in here. No, I'm kidding. We used to hang out. It's from the Flame series, but I don't recognize this being in the cars I sent you, Craig. This is the 456M. 456M. Metal. Pretty nice looking. And we got some Testarossas. I thought this was a Leo at first, but it's not. This is actually a gold medal speed. And the wheels aren't bad. I mean, these have been on the shelf. These aren't racers. I think she took them out of her package. She used to like to go to flea markets and stuff and swap meets, and she'd score, you know, really good cars. She'd come to work sometimes with a bag of cars and shit. I never did check them out because when I had the bar, you know, I collected kind of, but I was busy. I didn't have time. I was focusing on music and cocktail prices and making, you know, creating new drinks and new exciting stuff, and just I had 22 employees, so my hands were freaking full. It was fun though. I liked all the attention. And I really liked the fact that I could DJ any night I wanted to, and up until 2 o'clock pretty much. I could play whatever I wanted, and I didn't have to move my equipment at the end of the night. All I did is lock the bar and I'm good to go. When I used to have to tear everything down, and it would take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to tear down and pack it all in the van. And oh, this is a color shifter here. And these Testarossas, there are 6 of these. It turns yellow. It's kind of cool. You can see it starting to turn with the warmth of my hand. This has nickels, but it's got a plastic body. It's pretty neat. I got hot breath. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so it was a pain, you know, and sometimes it would take 2 hours because, you know, there'd be times where, yeah, we were cliche DJs. We would just get hammered because the beer was free and so was the food. Oh, this one's, speaking of hammered, look at the wheels on this. Oh my God, this thing's a road warrior. Or like a road rash. Yeah, this is a wheel swap candidate right here. And it looks like the paint needs to be stripped. Look at that. Oh boy. I finally bought paint stripper, but I haven't done it yet. I mean, it was ages since I've used that stuff. And it wasn't on Hot Wheels. I used it on something else. I can't remember what.